History of video games. Some legends just hit different. Franchises that defined a generation, burned into our collective memory. We talk about giants, titans, and, well, time traveling monkeys in a first person shooter. And then we talk about Left 4 Dead 2, a game so timeless it becomes a canvas for a community's wildest and weirdest dreams. Today, we're looking at the collision of these two worlds, a project that tries to capture lightning in the bottle twice. This is the story of a mod so nostalgic, its players describe it with one perfect phrase. Kind of fun, painfully short. And you know what? That reviewer was absolutely right, and that's what makes it perfect. In a world of huge multi-hour custom campaigns, that basically requires a shared Google Calendar to finish. This mod is a hilarious lightning fast sugar rush. It's over before you can even argue about who gets the last med kit. And I'm going to show you why that's its greatest strength. Pardon me. But it's not fun unless you mess up. Alright, so what exactly is this thing? We're diving into a custom Left 4 Dead 2 campaign based on the legendary Town Splitter series. Now, for anyone whose first console wasn't a giant gray brick you could carry by a handle, here's a quick history lesson. Time Splitters was a series of first-person shooters from the early 2000s made by a studio called Free Radical Design. These were the vets who worked on the iconic shooter GoldenEye 007, and it really showed. That was a good-ass game, by the way. You need to check it out. Time Splitters was fast, chaotic, and had a wonderfully strange sense of humor that made it a classic. It was all about arcade-style fun and multiplayer madness, not some grand sweeping story. The franchise has been dramatically dormant for years, and a planned revival was sadly canceled in late 2023 after its parent company, Embracer Group, shut the studio down, leaving fans with nothing but memories. This mod tries to bottle that specific brand of lightning. It's a custom campaign inspired by two levels from the series, sending our four survivors on a bizarre trip through time and space. It promises a journey from 1970 Siberia to a Chinese restaurant, a sentence that makes zero sense until you remember this is Left 4 Dead, where a quiet suburb, can lead to a military-grade death sentence. This isn't a 70-hour RPG. It's two maps of pure, concentrated adrenaline that, as the creator says on the download page, can be over in about 15 minutes. Most custom campaigns are trying to be the next epic movie, This mod just wants to be a really, really good TV commercial that ends with a car explosion. And honestly, I respect that. Today we're playing Time Splitters in Left 4 Dead 2, which is what happens when your zombie apocalypse accidentally stumbles into a weird arcade cabinet from 2002. This campaign is short, chaotic, and exactly the kind of nonsense Left 4 Dead 2 needs at 2 a.m. when your entire team is emotionally and spiritually checked out. The first map drops us into Siberia, circa 1990. The original Time Splitters 2 level was set in a secret dam facility that has some problems with ancient specimen research. In the Left 4 Dead 2 version, it's less about secrets and more about the immediate problem of 1,000 zombies sprinting at you through the snow. The vibe is instantly different from a Louisiana swamp. It's cold, industrial, and very, very gray. I love Swamp Fever, y'all. That's a good map. Our four survivors, and let's assume is Nick, Rochelle, Ellis, and Coach for maximum chaos. As probable as are probably very confused. Nick, in his pristine white suit, is definitely complaining about the slush. Ellis, for once, has no stories about his buddy Keith getting flash frozen in a Siberian dam. So he's just unusually quiet, which is honestly more terrifying than any witch. True story. The devil design the devil design. The level design is a masterclass in getting to the point. You are not here to explore. You are not here to admire the brutalist architecture. You are here to move. The path forward is almost always a straight shot of panic screaming from point A to point B. It feels less like survival horror and more like you're late for a flight. And the entire airport is full of the undead. You'll burst through the door, see a horde, chuck a bile bomb, and just keep running. There is no time for careful looting or strategic positioning. There is only the first rule of Left 4 Dead. Never ever stop moving. The mod totally gets the core appeal of Time Splitters. Speed, by the time you start to get a feel for the layout, you're already halfway done. A tank shows up, you panic, you somehow survive, and then you see the safe room door. You practically fall into it, gasping for air. The entire experience, a blur of snow, concentrate, a flailing zombie limbs, and flailing zombie limbs. You look at the clock and realize it's been maybe 7 minutes. 7 minutes of pure uncut chaos. It's beautiful. And then things get weirder. The second and final map is Chinese restaurant. There is no transition, no explanation. 1 minute you're freezing in the Soviet industrial complex. The next you're in a back alley surrounded by dumpsters and neon signs. This is the kind of narrative whiplash I live for. Coach is probably thrilled, hoping to finally get that cheeseburger he's been talking about. This level is based on a fan favorite location that appeared in all 3 Time Splitters games. It's a place of tight corridors, gaudy decorations, and a kitchen that violated several health codes before the zombie showed up. The cramped space is a huge change from the snowy dam. Here, every fight is a close quarters nightmare. Common infected pour out of every doorway. Special infected hide around every corner. And good luck finding a spot to heal where a smoker can't get you. The map ends with a finale rescue, and it's just as abrupt and chaotic as everything before it. You trigger the event, the game throws every zombie it has left at you, and just when you think you're about to be overwhelmed, the escape vehicle arrives. It's over. You've time traveled, fought through 2 completely unrelated locations, and survived. The whole thing took less time than a single episode of a TV drama. You're left with a sense of bewildered accomplishment. Wait, you say to your team, that was it? And everyone is smiling. This mod is proof that the past can, in fact, be shot with shotguns. By the time you learn the map has already put in its 2 weeks notice, and that's the point. So, let's get back to the main point. Why is being painfully short a good thing? In the world of Left 4 Dead 2 mods, long sprawling campaigns are the standard. They are epic projects for both the creators and the players. They require hours of commitment, a dedicated team, and a prayer that nobody's internet dies before the finale. And they're great, but they aren't the only one to be great. This mod is the complete opposite. It's a palate cleanser. Nope, excuse me. It's a palate cleanser. It's a shot of espresso in a world of slow drip coffee. You can download this, get a lobby of 4 friends, and be done before anyone can start an argument over who took the last adrenaline shot. It completely removes the biggest barrier to playing custom campaigns, scheduling. There's an elegance to its brevity. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It gives you 2 distinct, memorable locations. Throws some fun, chaotic fights at you, and then says, alright, that's everything. Have a nice day. It respects your time. In an age where every game seems to demand hundreds of hours. In an age where every game seems to demand hundreds of hours from you, a high quality 15-minute experience is a treasure. It's a mod you can show to a friend in one sitting. It's a campaign you can beat on your lunch break. It knows exactly what it is, a quick, nostalgic, fun-filled romp. It's not trying to be the Dark Souls of Left 4 Dead. It's just delivering a concentrated dose of what makes this game amazing. running, gunning, and laughing at the absurdity of it all with your friends. That painfully short comment isn't a criticism, it's the highest compliment. The experience is so enjoyable that your only complaint is that there isn't more of it. So, what's your take? Do you prefer the epic movie length campaigns? Or do you have a special place in your heart for these short, chaotic bursts of fun? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to see where the community stands. And if you enjoyed this little trip through time, consider subscribing for more dives into the weird and wonderful world of Left 4 Dead 2 mods. We've got a lot more ground to cover. So, is the Time Splitters campaign the greatest mod ever made? No. But it might just be the most perfectly made. It's a hilarious, self-aware, and incredibly efficient package of pure fun. It understands that sometimes the best experiences are the ones that leave you wanting more. It's a testament to the idea that a mod doesn't need to be a magnum opus to be a masterpiece. Is it the kind of mod that makes you say, wait, that was it? While smiling. Absolutely. And it's a great reminder that in the zombie apocalypse, sometimes the best detour is a short one. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go play it again. It only takes a few minutes.